Hello students. So let's continue with the problems on discount. So here I have taken the next problem on discount. The problem is goods marked at rupees 20,000 are imported at 20% trade discount, but the buyer has to pay an import duty of 20% on the cost. If the other expenses amount to 10% of the landed cost, question is what should be the market price so that after allowing 33 and 1/3% discount, a net profit of 20% may be made on the total cost. So here we have asked you to calculate what is the mark price. What should be the mark price so that after giving 33 and 1/3% discount, a net profit of 20% may be made on the total cost. Yeah. So here there is an importer and he is importing the goods from the foreign manufacturer, suppose, right? So the foreign manufacturer's mark price is how much here? 20,000. So importer is importing, right? So that is manufacturer or the exporter, the foreign manufacturer or the foreign exporter. This is the foreign manufacturer's mark price. So on this he is giving 20% discount to whom? To the importer. So 20% on 20,000 is how much it is? 4,000. So he is giving 4,000 rupees discount to the importer. Means at what price he is selling his goods? At 16,000 rupees. So this is the selling price of whom? Of the foreign manufacturer or the exporter, you can say, right? So the exporter will sell his goods at what price? 16,000 to the importer. Now importer is the buyer. He is buying the goods from the foreign manufacturer. So as he is buying, so the selling price of the exporter becomes the cost price to him. To whom? To the importer. Now importer has paid 16,000 rupees to the importer. So the cost of the importer will be how much? It is 16,000. And as he is importing the goods from the foreign manufacturer, the importer will have to pay the tax to the government. That is called as the import duty. That they have given. The buyer means who? The importer has to pay an import duty of 20% of the cost. So what is the cost price to him? It is 16,000. Right? He is the buyer and the purchase price is called as the cost price. So the cost price to the importer is how much? 16,000. So on this he has to pay 20% tax to the government. That is called as import duty. So 20% you calculate on 16,000. So you get 3,200 rupees. This is called as the import duty. So 16,000 plus 3,200 you get 19,200. 19,200 is what? This is the total cost, or instead of calling total cost, you can call it as what it is? Landed cost. Landed cost means to land those goods to his country, it cost him how much? It is 19,200. So that's why it is called as landed cost, or sometimes it is also called as the imported cost. So anything you can call here. So after adding the import duty, so whatever cost comes, 19,200, this is called as the landed cost of the imported cost. So totally it cost him 19,200. Now further what they said, if the other expenses amount to 10% of the landed cost, means whatever landed cost comes, on that landed cost he has incurred other expenses which is at the rate of 10%. Means on this landed cost you have to calculate how much it is? 10%. So 10% of this landed cost, 19,200, it comes to 1,920 rupees. So the importer has to bear other expenses, right? How much it is? 1,920 rupees. So he only have to pay those. Exporter will not pay, right? So it is 0 to 1. If you add this, so it comes to how much? It is 21,120 rupees. Means totally those goods cost him how much it is? 21,120 to whom? To the importer. So this is called as the total cost. Total cost of the importer. So after importing the goods at 21,120 rupees, now what the importer does? Again he want to sell the same goods to his customer. How he want to sell? that after giving his customer 33 and 1/3% discount, he has to get a net profit of 20% on the total cost. Right? On this total cost, he wants 20% profit. Right? After giving 33 and 1/3% discount to his customer. So at what price he has to mark his goods for sale? That mark price they have asked. They have asked to calculate what is the mark price of the importer. Yeah. So we know the total cost of the importer, it is 21,120. So on this, we know how much profit he want. How much profit he want? 20% profit he want, because we know the total cost, right? 21,120, and on this total cost, he want 20% profit. Means I can find out the profit. How much profit you want? So you calculate 20% on 21,120 rupees. So 20% of 21,120 rupees, it comes to 4,224 rupees. Right? 4,224 rupees profit comes. So much profit he wants to importer on this total cost. So much profit he wants. So what he will do? He will add this profit in the cost and he will sell the same to whom? To the customer. So at what price he is selling that I want? So it is add this profit. So it comes to 25,344 rupees. This is the selling price. Selling price of whom? Of the importer. Right? Means he will have to sell his goods at 25,344 rupees to gain 20% on his cost. But how he is selling, that is important. He is not selling directly for 25,344. How he is selling? He is selling after giving the discount. Your selling price has to come 25,344 rupees. That is called as selling price, or that also we call it as what it is, invoice price. So invoice price is the price after deducting the discount on what? On the mark price. So how this price comes? After deducting the discount on the mark price. So what I want, if this is the invoice price or the selling price, I want what should be the mark price of the importer. At what price he has to mark his goods for sale, that I want. So to calculate that, what you have to do? So here I don't know what is the mark price of the importer. So marked price of the importer, I will assume as what it is 100. Suppose he has marked his goods for sale at 100 rupees. So on 100 rupees, what he does, straight away he gives 33 and 1/3% discount. So I will calculate 33 and 1/3% discount on 100 rupees. So how you have to find? So it is 100 into, first you simplify 33 and 1/3. How you have to simplify? This you have to multiply and this you have to add. So it is 3 into 33 you have to do. So 3 into 33 is how much? 99. 99 plus 1 is how much? It is 100. So it comes to 100 divided by 3, right? And as percentage is there, so we have to divide by 100, because 5% is what we do, we divide by 100. So like that, 33 and 1/3% is what we have to divide by 100, right? So 33 and 1/3%, right? This is divided by 100. So 33 and 1/3, if you simplify only, you will get 100 by 3. That is divided by 100. Or 100 means what? It is 100 divided by 1. So you transfer 100 divided by 1 at numerator place. So if you transfer 100 upon 1 at numerator place, it becomes what? Reverse. It becomes what? 100 upon 1 becomes, it is 1 upon 100. Means this denominator get cancelled, right? So that I will write here. So it is 100 is multiplied by this 100 divided by 100 divided by what? It is 3, and this is multiplied by this becomes reverse if you transfer this value at numerator place. So 100 upon 1 becomes, it is 1 upon 100. Means ultimately this 100 get cancelled. So 1 upon 3 into 1 into 100 is 100 divided by 3. So 100 if you divide by this 3. 100 if you divide by 3, it comes to 33.3333 it comes. Means it comes recurring. So there is no end for this calculation. So if you want the exact figure, exact value, so you have to take the full value. So always remember, any value which is not exactly divisible, don't go to divide, you keep as it is. So you take as it is 100 divided by 3. Just to multiply, 100 into 1 is 100 divided by what? It is 3. So discount is how much? 100 upon 3. So how much discount he is giving? He is giving, this is the mark price, 100 rupees, and this he is giving 100 by 3 as discount. So at what price he is selling, that I want. Means I have to find out the invoice price. How to find the invoice price? From 100 rupees you minus the discount, 100 upon it is 3. So directly we cannot minus because LCM is not same. So calculate the LCM, take LCM as 3 and do the cross multiplication. Multiply here by 3 and here by it is 1. So 100 into 3, it comes to 300 minus 100 into 1 is 100. Or 300 minus 100 is 200 is divided by 3. Again 200 is not exactly divisible by 3 here. If you go to divide, it comes to 66.666 it comes, right? Recurring it comes. So don't go to divide, keep as it is. Means, what is the meaning of this? If he has marked his goods for sale at 100 rupees and if he is giving 30 and 1/3% discount on his marked price, so his invoice price comes to 200 upon 3. This is the invoice price. Invoice price, or this you can call it as the selling price. This. Yeah. So when the invoice price is 200 upon 3, at that time he has to mark his goods for sale at what price? 100 rupees. Right? So when this is the invoice price, 100 should be the mark price. So what I want, if actual invoice price or selling price is 25,344, what should be the mark price? So that will be right. Yeah. So you will get the mark price of the input. Understood? So this is how we have to find out the mark price of whom? Of the input. So I hope you have understood this calculation, because I have explained this just to understand. Because if you understand, then only you can solve the problem very easily. Otherwise, it is not. Yeah. So I hope you have understood this calculation. So just I will give the solution of this sum. Yeah. So let's begin with the solution. So here they have given the mark price. What is the mark price? Marked price of the exporter is how much? It is 20,000. On 20,000, how much discount he is giving? 20%. So first we calculate the trade discount. So trade discount you have to calculate how much it is? 20%. 20% of what? 20,000. So 20% on 20,000, how much you will get? 4,000. Yeah. So if he is giving 4,000 rupees discount to the exporter, so you have to find out what should be the invoice price. Invoice price or selling price equals to what we do? From market price, you have to minus the trade discount. So what is the mark price? It is 20,000 minus what is the trade discount? It is 4,000. So 20,000 minus 4,000 will get 16,000. So 16,000 is the invoice price or the selling price of the exporter. Now here, who is importer is importing the goods from the exporter, right? So the selling price of the exporter becomes the cost price of the importer. Now this is the cost price of the importer. And as he is importing, so he will have to pay 20% tax to the government. Here they have to what? The buyer has to pay an import duty of 20% on the cost. What is the cost? 16,000. On this he has to pay the tax. So on this you calculate the import duty. Import duty will be, you have to calculate 20%. 20% of 16,000. So 20% of 16,000, it comes to rupees 3,200, right? So who has to pay this tax? Importer has to pay. Exporter will not pay. So to import the goods, he has to pay 16,000 to the exporter, plus he has to pay 3,200 rupees tax to the government. Is totally how much money he has to pay to import the goods, or how much it costs to import the goods. That total cost we have to calculate, right? So after adding the import, when you add the import duty in the cost, whatever cost we get, that is called as which cost it is? Landed cost. Landed cost, or sometimes it is also called as the imported cost. So how to calculate? In 16,000 rupees, we have to add 3,200 rupees. So if you add this, we get 19,200 rupees. Means to land these goods to his place or to his country, totally it cost him 19,200. That's why it's called as landed cost. And on this landed cost, again he incur what? Other expenses. Here they have given if the other expenses amounted to 10% of which cost they have said landed cost. So what is our landed cost? 19,200. On this one you have to calculate 10%. So now you calculate other expenses. Other expenses, how much you have to find? It is 10% of 19,200. So 10% of 19,200, it comes to 1,920 rupees. So who has to pay these other expenses? Importer only has to pay. Understood? So if other expenses are it is 1,920 rupees, you have to find out what should be the total cost. So now you calculate the total cost. So total cost of goods will be this landed cost, that is 19,200 rupees plus it is 1,920 rupees. So add this, so it comes to rupees 21,120 rupees. So here we have calculated the total cost. So total cost is 21,120 rupees, right? So this is the total cost to the importer. Totally it has cost him 21,120. Now you want to sell these goods. So how you want to sell? After giving 33 and 100% discount on his mark price. So how much profit he want? He want 20% profit on which price? On the total cost. So we know the total cost. What is total cost to him? 21,120. So on this total cost, so he want 20% profit. So total cost is known. So we can easily find out his profit now, right? So let's calculate his profit. So profit is equal to, it is 20%, right? 20% of the total cost, 21,120 rupees. So 20% of it is 21,000, it is 120 rupees, it comes to 4,224 rupees. So much profit you want to the importer. So if you want 4,224 rupees profit, so at what price he has to sell his goods? So that selling price I can calculate now. So let's calculate the selling price. So selling price, or you can call it as what it is, invoice price, equals to, it is cost price plus what it is, profit. So what is his total cost? It is 21,120 rupees plus it is 4,224 rupees. So add this, so it comes to 4. Then it is 3, 5 and 25,344 rupees. Yeah. So if we sell those goods at 25,344 rupees, so how much profit he get? He get 4,224 rupees, which is 20% of his total cost. So he has to sell his goods at 25,344. But how he sell? He sells his goods after giving the discount. After giving the discount on his mark price, he is selling his goods at 25,344 rupees. This is which price? Invoice price. So in previous problems we have seen how to determine the invoice price. How we determine the invoice price? From mark price, if we minus the trade discount, so what it remains we call it as what it is, invoice price. So this is the price after deducting what it is, trade discount on his mark price. So now we have to find out what is his mark price. So at what price he has marked his goods for sale, it is not known. So what I will do, I will assume his mark price as what rupees 100. So let's assume let the marked price be rupees 100. Suppose the importer has marked his goods for sale at 100 rupees. Now on this 100 rupees, how much discount he is giving? 33 and 1/3%. So calculate the trade discount. So trade discount is equal to, you have to calculate 33 and 1/3% on 100 rupees. So 33 and 1/3% is what? It is divided by 100. Yeah. So first you simplify 33 and 1/3. So this you multiply and this you add. So it is 33. 3 into 33 we get 99. 99 plus 1 is 100. So 100 is divided by what it is 3. This is divided by what it is 100. Right? This is multiplied by 100. Yeah. So this 100 get cancelled. So remains how much? It is 100 divided by this 3. So again 100 is not exactly divisible by 3. So don't go to divide, you keep as it is. So much discount he is giving on what? On his mark price. So if he is giving 100 upon 3 as trade discount, so find out what should be the invoice price. Yeah. So find out what should be the invoice price. So how we calculate invoice price or selling price? It is marked price minus trade discount. Yeah. Or that is invoice price or selling price is equal to, what is the mark price we have assumed here? 100 minus trade discount we have calculated how much? 100 upon 3. So from 100 you have to minus 100 upon 3. So directly we cannot minus, so you have to calculate the LCM and you have to minus. So I will take LCM as 3 here, right? Take LCM as 3 and do the cross multiplication. Multiply here by this 3 and here by this 1 and multiply. 3 into 100 you will get 300 minus 100 into 1 you will get what it is? 100. Now we can minus this. From 300 you minus 100. So remains how much? It is 200. So it is invoice price or selling price is equal to, it is how much? 200 upon it is 3. So again 200 is not exactly divisible by 3. So you don't divide it, keep as it is. Means our selling price or invoice price comes to 200 upon 3. So this is the invoice price or selling price when his mark price is rupees 100. So what I want, if his actual invoice price or selling price is 25,344, I want what is his list price or mark price. So for that we need to put the equation. So how equation you have to put? Equation is when invoice price is 200 upon it is 3. At that time, what should be his mark price? It is 100. So mark price is 100. So what I want, when actual invoice price is rupees 25,344 rupees. 25,344 rupees. So I want what should be the mark price. So it is mark price comes to it is 25,344, right, into 100, right, and is divided by 200 upon 3. So this divided by 200 upon 3 becomes reverse, right? So is multiplied by, it is 3 and is divided by what it is? 200, right? 200 upon 3 becomes it is 3 upon 200. So here common 2 zeros get cancelled. So divide this. So it is 2 1s are, it is 2 2s are, it is 4, 2 6 are 12, 2 7s are 2, 2s are 4. So 12,672 is multiplied by this 3. So 3 2s are, it is 6, 3 7s are 20, 1, 2, it is 6 3s are 18 plus 20, it is carry 2, 3 2s are 6 plus it is 2, it is 8, 3 1s are, it is 3. So it comes to 38,016 rupees. So the 38,016 rupees is called as the mark price of whom? Of the importer. So here below that we can write, therefore the mark price is rupees 38,016. Means the importer will have to mark his goods for sale at rupees 38,016. So if you mark his goods for sale at 38,016 rupees, and on this one if he allow 33 and 1/3% discount, so your invoice price or selling price comes to 25,344. And if he sold his goods for 25,344 rupees, so he gained how much? 4,224 rupees, which is 20% of the total cost. Yeah. So I hope it is clear to you all how to find out the mark price. So in the next class or in the next video, so I will come with the next problem on what it is discount. Thank you.